Greetings there. My name is Otun Idris, and I'll be taking biology. And the topic I'll be taking in biology is the nervous system. The nervous system. Okay, what is the nervous system? The nervous system is a network of neurons whose main feature is to generate, modulate, and transmit information between all parts of the human body. But come to think of it, you would agree with me that complex animals have many organ systems to carry out activities like locomotion, digestion, respiration, and excretion. But these activities of each organ system must be coordinated. They must be coordinated with those of other organs system. And with the condition in the external and internal environment of the animal, there are two communication systems that brings about this coordination. One of them is the endocrine system, and the other is the nervous system, which is what I'll be discussing with you. The nervous system, which is a part of the communication system that brings about coordination. The property of the nervous system enables many important functions. And what are these functions? They include the regulation of vital body functions, like the heartbeat, breathing, digestion. It also has sensation and body movement. But ultimately, the nervous system structures preside over everything that makes us human. Talking about our consciousness, cognition, behavior, and memories. Now, next is organization of the nervous system. How is the nervous system organized? But I won't just be talking about the organization of the nervous system. I will also talk about the components of the nervous system. You would like to have answers to how many neurons connections do we have? How is the nervous system divided up? And what are the major parts of the nervous system? Okay, now this is it. The nervous system is into two different parts. We have the central nervous system and the peripheral nervous system. The central nervous system is further divided into the brain and the spinal cord, while the peripheral nervous system includes the autonomic nervous system and the somatic nervous system. Then we'll be discussing about the smooth muscles, where we have the parasympathetic and the sympathetic. Then for the somatic nervous system, we have the skeletal muscles. But looking at it, there are some parts of the nervous system that you need to understand. Earlier, I said the central nervous system includes the brain and the spinal cord. And the discussions that will follow is the brain. We talk about the spinal cord. Talk about different parts of other nervous system, which is talking about the smooth muscles, the axons, the neurons, and the sense organs like the eyes and the hair, the skin, and so on and so forth. Components of the central nervous system. Like I said earlier, the central nervous system consists of the brain and the spinal cord. The brain and the spinal cord. So, the brain, like I've mentioned earlier, is a very, very important part of the central nervous system. For example, the adult human brain weighs about 1.2 to 1.4 kilogram. But looking at this weight, it just forms 2% of the body mass, but it consumes 25% of the body's oxygen supply to generate energy for its activities. Thus, the brain cells are the first to react to low oxygen supply. They are also the first to react to a low blood glucose. That is, dizziness and fainting spells usually indicate that the brain is not getting enough oxygen or glucose. So the first organ that would be affected, that will recognize a low level of sugar, low level of oxygen, is the brain. The brain is very important. So we'll discuss more about the brain. We'll learn more about the spinal cord. We'll learn more about this, the peripheral nervous system. We're going to learn more about all parts of the nervous system, which is a very, very broad topic in biology, especially for whole levels that are preparing for external exams. But if you want to learn more about this, if you wish to learn more about the spinal cord, learn more about the brain, talking about each of the components of the nervous system, go deep into the brain, talking about different parts of the brain like the cerebral hemisphere, the olfactory lobes, the midbrain, the pineal body, the medulla oblongata, cerebellum, and their functions. Talk about the forebrain, the midbrain, the hindbrain. Then you can like, follow, and share the global tutors. Thank you very much for listening.